pistols!
Hey guys, and welcome back to another Mortal Kombat video. Curtis Stryker, the goofy meathead cop that no one really liked, has an interesting, albeit sad history. He is the head of the Special Riot Control Unit of the New York Police Department and a hero from the Mortal Kombat series. In this video, we will talk about the parts he played in the Mortal Kombat timeline and discuss little trivia bits about his character in the game. We'll also look at how he was received by the audience of the game and why we don't really see him anymore. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you, and let's begin.
Spitting? Sticking out your tongue? Bet your mama's real proud.
Stryker's story arc in the MK timeline. So, getting into the specifics, Stryker has been there in both the continuities, that is, the Midway continuity and the NetherRealm continuity. His character was first introduced in the Midway continuity in Mortal Kombat 3, however, this wasn't actually the first time he was supposed to be introduced. Initially, he was supposed to come as one of the playable characters in Mortal Kombat 1, but apparently Midway realized that if they stuck with the current roster, then it would all be male. The competition Street Fighter at the time was seeing a lot of success with Chun-Li, a female fighter doing crazy martial arts. Though they switched Curtis out with Sonya, and this makes sense. Sonya was quite the hit and the fans loved her. It also helped setting the base for revealing Stryker in a future game as Sonya's superior officer. However, we all know that that position was taken up by Jax. Again, this time it was because there were a bunch of Carl Weathers movies that were popular at the time. It's a working theory, but very much possible. Even later on in Mortal Kombat, we see Jax with a Carl Weathers skin, so that kind of confirms it. And honestly, we think that's a great touch, because this character also really spoke to the people and was quite a hit. His moveset was explosive and strong, they made sense. Curtis was introduced looking like Tony Hawk with pistols and a baton. Yet they didn't even try to make him look good. Sure, they fixed his appearance in Mortal Kombat 9 by giving him a normal police outfit and a bulletproof vest, but seriously, who thought the backwards cap would be good for a justice-loving New York City cop? Anyway, in Mortal Kombat 3, Stryker and his team made an effort to control the ensuing mayhem when Shao Kahn started to merge Earthrealm with Outworld. However, Shao Kahn soon had all human souls under his control, with the exception of those of the Chosen Warriors guarded by Raiden. Stryker did not understand why he had been saved until he saw a vision from the Thunder God telling him to journey to the west and find the other warriors who had been selected, where he would learn why it was so crucial for him to survive. He didn't want to be one of the only souls that were spared though. His police instinct to protect and serve was kicking in, so he entered the fight to try and free the fate of the souls from certain doom. Stryker helped the other Earthrealm warriors free the realm from Shao Kahn's control. Unfortunately, after he freed the captive souls of the Earthrealmers and returned to his homeworld, most if not all of the Earthrealmers' memories were erased, leaving Stryker to resume his regular police work without any credit or possibility of rewards that he would have received. Due to his newfound knowledge of other realms, Stryker had a brief appearance in Mortal Kombat Deception's Conquest mode, where he is depicted desiring to train as a Sidon guard in the Order realm. Apart from this, the man is just gone from the series for quite a while. After Mortal Kombat 3, Stryker is only playable again in Mortal Kombat Armageddon, and that's probably because Armageddon is a culmination of literally every character that's ever been in any Mortal Kombat game. Even in the extremely iconic Armageddon fight scene, he is pretty much nowhere to be seen. Only at the confrontation at the entry to the pyramid do we see him next to Melina, and where he looks different yet again. This time he has small knives on his back that kind of remind us of Chaos Blades, and he's got this black and neon blue extended ninja-esque suit. Looks like an attempt to make a cyberpunk look and perhaps a shot at getting people to like Stryker here for some reason. Stryker was the first to run up the pyramid once the Pyramid of Argus materialized, sucker punching Melina while she wasn't watching and knocking Cabal off the stairs, but he was then attacked by Kano. The majority of the characters were killed in this version of the story, including Stryker. When he finally overcame Blaze in his conclusion and he had grown so strong that he thought the law could no longer contain him as a vigilante, Stryker started preparing his own plans for eliminating the evil. However, this wasn't the end for him, because Raiden sent his consciousness back to an earlier version of himself, telling himself about the events that transpired to cause such an end. He did this trying to undo the damage done, even though it would only manifest in a different timeline. In the SWAT team of New York City, he is Kabal's partner. Even though they were unaware of it, both were selected to be among the 9 warriors who would face Shao Kahn in the battle for Earthrealm. Stryker and Kabal are monitoring the situation during the invasion from the roof of a tall building when all of a sudden they notice Reptile stuck to the exterior wall. Reptile successfully avoids all of their bullets and leaps onto the roof as they draw their weapons and shoot at him. Reptile disables Kabal by spitting his deadly saliva at him and seizes Stryker's weapons with his tongue, while Kabal reloads his gun. Stryker challenges him, defeats him, and then aids to hurt Kabal. Stryker informs Kabal that because they have been compromised, they're moving to the street level. When Kabal tries to convince Stryker that it's not safe, Stryker responds, "Better there than here." Kabal then reluctantly accompanied Stryker to the street, where they peered through a window and discovered additional creatures from the outworld. Kabal spots Melina. As they leave and inquiries Stryker about her allegiance. After getting past the awkwardness that is Kabal, Stryker approaches Melina, who engages in combat with him after telling Kabal that she is an adversary. She heals after he defeats her, and as a dragon soars dangerously close to Stryker's head, she gets ready to attack him once more. Melina hurries in the direction of Stryker, but Raiden stops her and knocks her out with his lightning strike. Stryker is perplexed as to how he can shoot lightning from his arms and fly, but then they notice Johnny Cage engaged in a battle with Motaro on a bridge across the river. When Raiden steps in to help Cage, he uses the electric fly attack to kill Motaro by striking him with a lightning bolt and throwing him through the bridge into the sea below. Kintaro is then encountered by the 2 riot police, and Stryker gives Kabal the order to disperse in an effort to set up several targets. Kintaro breathes his fire breath at Kabal, burning him alive as he reloads his gun. This saddens Curtis a little bit. Stryker engages Kintaro in combat and triumphs.
Busted!
He calls Med-Evac on his radio to ask them to assist Kabal, but Ermac interrupts and sends him flying to the subway. Stryker again prevails in battle against Ermac, who is trying to steal his soul. He runs into Nightwolf on the stairs. Stryker confronts him after spotting him with his revolver drawn, but Nightwolf disarms him by explaining that Raiden needs his assistance. Stryker follows Nightwolf after granting him the benefit of the doubt. Stryker and Nightwolf discover Kabal has vanished as they head back to aid him. Kabal was only left with a burned-out imprint of his body, leading Nightwolf to believe that he had fled to seek assistance. Stryker disagreed with Nightwolf and said that because Med-Evac could not have been at the murder site, Kabal had to have been kidnapped. Stryker finally travels to Raiden and enlists in the army of Earthrealm soldiers. Kabal appears to him once more in a totally different shape, with a respirator and burned so bad that his skin had practically melted. He advises them to begin moving when Raiden and Liu Kang go, because it is not a good idea to remain still for very long. The Lin Kuei cyborgs then surprise them. They learn that Sindel was the leader of the robot Lin Kuei clan after beating the cyborgs. The Earthrealm warriors attacked Sindel, who routed them all and murdered the majority of them, including Stryker, whose face was violently punched and promptly collapsed inward. He passed away, but Quan Chi had him resurrected so that he might serve him as a revenant and slay Raiden. However, together with the souls of the other slain Earthrealm soldiers, the Thunder God vanquished his reborn soul. Raiden and Fujin were ambushed at the Sky Temple by Quan Chi and his men during the Netherrealm invasion of Earth. After the 2 gods defeated a large number of demons, Quan Chi instructed Sindel, Stryker, and Kabal to attack the gods. The Earth Guardians were forced back to the Jinsei chamber by the 3 revenants, but the sheer might of the thunder and lightning renders them helpless. Soon after, Shinnok shows up and informs the gods that his supporters recognize that death is the legacy of life. He then gives Quan Chi and his warriors the order to attack the 2. Fujin was able to rapidly kill Stryker, while Raiden was engaged in combat with Kabal and Quan Chi. After waiting for 25 years for Devora to arrive, Stryker makes his second and final appearance in the game as he rides with Quan Chi and the rest of his revenant companions to his fortress. However, after receiving a tip from Serena, the special forces commanded by Kenshi and Jax ambush them. Quan Chi is wounded in the ensuing assault by Earthrealm forces, and Liu Kang rescues him at his stronghold, while Stryker sets up covering fire, killing a few Earthrealm soldiers in the process. Stryker and the other revenants depart to uncharted territory after Jax vanquishes Kung Lao, Kitana, and Sindel, and they are never seen again.
Curtis Stryker.
Some major animated series appearances of Stryker. Stryker, along with Liu Kang, Sub-Zero, Jax, Sonya, Nightwolf, and Kitana, serves as one of Raiden's chosen Earthrealm defenders in the 1996 animated television show Mortal Kombat: Defenders of the Realm. He's portrayed as a stern disciplinarian who hated Nightwolf's pet Kiva, and whose nightstick hides a gadget that seals spatial rifts brought on by invading realms. Stryker has a major role in the 7th episode Fall from Grace, where Sonya's rashness on the battlefields leads to his injury in battle and confinement to headquarters along with the suspended Sonya. Despite their differences, they managed to somehow defend their base from the Shokan invaders together. He was given Johnny Cage's characteristics because Johnny Cage didn't appear in the cartoon. His last name was misspelled as Stryker in the end credits, and he was voiced by Ron Perlman. Stryker appears in his live-action TV series called Mortal Kombat Legacy that aired a while back. In this continuity, Stryker is a member of the Deacon City Police Department and works alongside Sonya Blade and Jax Briggs. While Stryker wants to wait for confirmation from Sonya on Kano's location and follow protocol, Jax wants to go out right away. Stryker reminds him that Sonya shouldn't have been out on her own. Stryker makes an appearance in the first episode discussing a preparation to lead a strike team to Kano's location, giving what little information they have on Kano, as well as revealing that the Black Dragon stole sensitive technology from the DoD. Stryker begs Jax not to put him in this situation because he is aware of the tight connection between Sonya, Kano, and Jax. Stryker, clearly frustrated, angrily shouts and tells his crew to leave when Jax decides to go off on his own to find Sonya. Stryker, Jax, and their squad follow Sonya's signal to the warehouse, but they are attacked and end up in a shootout there. Stryker lays down cover fire for Jax as he moves ahead to meet Sonya in order to find out how the Black Dragons knew they were coming. Then, Stryker and Jax team up to eliminate a number of Black Dragon members. In the following episode, Stryker returns at the very end and meets Sonya in the intensive care unit of a hospital. Stryker is himself slightly injured but is in much better condition than Sonya. He informs her that Kano eluded capture and that he was unconscious for a week. Stryker discloses Jax's serious condition when Sonya inquires about him, but after exposing the injuries to his back and arms, he tells her that the DoD has a plan. In Mortal Kombat Legacy's 2nd season, Stryker is portrayed by actor and stuntman Eric Jacobus. Stryker agreed to fight for Earthrealm in Mortal Kombat somewhere between seasons, perhaps in place of Sonya and Jax, who are still injured. As the second of Raiden's selected fighters to reach Shang Tsung's island in Season 2, Stryker makes an appearance in the 2nd episode. Stryker recognizes Johnny Cage when he shows up there next and asks him why he is there as well. Cage ignores Stryker's query and instead makes fun of him for bringing a stun gun. Stryker asks, "We battling these kung fu extras?" as Sub-Zero and Kenshi arrive, but Raiden soon enters the scene and makes it clear that they are all allies. Stryker inquires about the island that evening while he and the other combatants relax around the campfire. The island, according to Raiden, is the ruins of a long-gone civilization and serves as a warning to Earthrealm about what would happen if they failed. Stryker then sees Raiden rekindle the dying fire with his mastery of lightning. Raiden announces that the tournament has commenced, and all of the combatants are then dispersed over the island after explaining how the island's special properties can boost the selected combatants' supernatural abilities and how Sub-Zero used his command over ice to put out the fire. After spending the whole day of exploring the island and discovering peculiar stone formations when he senses someone approaching, Stryker is not to be seen again until the series' conclusion. When Stryker learns that it's only a hurt Johnny Cage, he grabs for his gun and draws it, but he doesn't shoot. After that, Stryker attends to Cage's injury as Johnny recounts what he saw from the altercation between Kenshi and Ermac through his run-ins with Mileena and Kitana. The thought of the adversaries turning on one another gives Stryker optimism that they might succeed in winning the competition. Stryker begins to assist Johnny in standing up and suggests they get back to the shore when Liu Kang arrives and launches fireballs at the two. Stryker is briefly floored by the first fireball, but he quickly recovers and shoots Liu Kang with his stun gun to stop Cage from being killed by the fallen Shaolin monk. To Stryker's astonishment, Liu Kang manages to control the electric current surging through him and confronts Stryker in a fist fight. Despite Stryker's attempts to draw his revolver, Liu Kang deflects all of the bullets before grabbing the gun and viciously pistol whipping Stryker senseless. Kung Lao shows up there and stops the execution of Cage and Stryker. By the end of Season 2, Stryker is still unconscious. What makes Stryker so powerful? Talking about what makes Stryker so powerful, well, nothing really. In the Mortal Kombat world, he is a normal human cop who uses guns, tasers, and grenades while fighting against psychics, samurais, ninjas, monsters from other dimensions, etc. His weapons are used for attacking from a long range. However, he does use his trusty police baton pretty brutally as well. He can use it to push himself forward at great speeds and toss people over his head. However, he is a good cop with a firm resolve, as the devs did their best to make him appeal to the masses. Some things worked out, other things not so much. Either way, he is a refreshing character in the franchise, to say the least, and does often get a laugh out of us in some way or the other. Anyway, that's all for this video, guys. We really hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next one. If you like our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks, everyone.